For a man, three of the best things in life are lusting after scantily clad nubile wenches, enjoying a good meal, and tools. Well, I don't have nubile wenches for you to lust after. I've already eaten, so you get to look at my 12-inch tool. I went out over the Labor Day weekend and I purchased a DeWalt 20-volt VMAX XR battery operated chainsaw. Now the XR stands for extended runtime. This chainsaw was at Home Depot for $249. Now they said that it was marked down 30 bucks and it shows on the receipt. That's still kind of pricey, but I'm very happy to have it. I also purchased 2 extra batteries at Lowe's. Now these batteries are very expensive also. They were $169 for 2 of the 20-volt VMAX XR 6-amp batteries. Well, these batteries, I've got some already, they take 2 hours to charge. So I went ahead and bit the bullet and bought some extra ones so that way when I'm working, I don't have to have downtime waiting for batteries to charge. Now this chainsaw came with a battery charger and a 5-amp battery. This chainsaw will hopefully last me all the days of my life. I've cut wood with a gas-operated chainsaw and they're great, but they are a lot of work. Plus, you have to buy fuel and oil and all of that stuff, and I live off-grid, and so I use solar for my electric needs. So this guy will cost me $0 to operate in the long term. It should work out real well. I've got some land and it's got trees on it, and I do need to maintain the trees, and this saw will hopefully do me real good. Well, today we're going to get to look at a little unboxing with my new toy. Well, with these batteries that I purchased, they're very, very heavy. Now, when you're using batteries, almost all of them nowadays have a battery level indicator. Now, when you are operating and you want to see how much juice you have, you press that and it tells you whether you've got enough juice to operate the battery for a while, rather than you being surprised and it just running out. Well, I'm also very fond of these razor knives. That's what I'm going to use to open up the box. And as you can see, it has segmented blades that you just snap off when they get dull. This is an Olfa brand, and I love them. The blades are kind of pricey, but they're well worth it. This also has a nice metal thumb, so you can kind of use it as a screwdriver or something to pry with. Well, we're going to go ahead and open this guy up. Now, when I was at Lowe's making the purchase for the batteries, the clerk told me that their shoplifting is outrageous and that they don't know if they're even going to make a profit this year because of the amount of theft that's going on. Well, I can't really say a whole lot, but the Capital One research showed that there is $100 billion worth of shoplifting and theft in the retail market in the year of 2022. Well, the reason I can't be too judgmental is I committed my first crime of moral turpitude when I was 5 years old by getting a 5-finger discount on a pack of M&Ms. Well, I was a sugar addict and still am, so that was kind of a drug need. That's harsh, but I did it, I admit it, and now fast forward to when I was in 8th grade. Christmas was coming up, I had no money. I wanted to get my mom a cigarette lighter because she also was addicted to tobacco. And so what did I do? I went out with a police officer's kid that was across the street, and we shoplifted a Christmas present. Well, that's not just real good, but I did it. Well, the cop's kid, his mom found his ill-gotten gains in his room, and he narked me out. The cop came over in full uniform to talk to my parents. Anyway, my dad beat me with a belt. I deserved it, and gave me the lecture. And my mom grounded me to the house and the backyard till the end of school. I could go to school, church, and Boy Scouts. She wanted me to learn my lesson and remember it for life. Well, I did learn the lesson, and that's if you're going to go do a crime spree, go by yourself. And I will remember that all my days. Well, this here guy comes with a nice little book, and oh my goodness, look how small the print is, and it's in every language in the world. Well, I can tell you without reading this book, everything in here tells you don't be an idiot and cut your leg off. Which is kind of weird because the chainsaw was invented in the late 1700s by some doctors, surgeons, to cut through human bone. It's come a long way, and it's still cutting through human bones. Here is the battery charger, standard DeWalt issue. It's always nice to have an extra battery charger. That way when you're charging after a long day, you can go ahead and charge up all your batteries. Well, let's look at this. Nice 5-amp battery. So that way I should have lots of battery use. Well, let's look at this chainsaw. Wow, that's nice. That feels good in the hand. Feels very comfortable. I can even hold this guy up with one hand, and I'm not the strongest guy in the world. This is beautiful. Has a nice chain guard. This guy here is sturdy plastic. I'm impressed. It's really nice. As you can see, this 12-inch blade actually only gives you about 10 to 11 inches of cut, but if you're going to cut anything larger than that, you need to go ahead and fire up your gas saw. That's just the way things are. I like this saw. This feels very comfortable. It's very balanced. It feels good in the hands. And check this out. The safety on it, you can press with your thumb and press with your finger at the same time. You're not having to be real awkward with everything. This is beautiful. It also has the guard here so that if you have a kickback, it's going to push that forward and it will only cut halfway through your leg rather than all the way. That's kind of nice. I like that. Wow, check this out. This has a very nice oil fill, and you don't need any tools. You just grab it, pop that out, lay this guy flat, fill that full of oil, and then push this guy back in. Has a string so you don't really ever lose that guy while you're out in the field. And then clip that guy, flip it down. That is really nice. I like that. I like that real well. Okay, let's flip it over and look at what we've got here. My goodness, this is really nice. This has a toolless adjustment so that all you have to do is loosen this guy, and then you can adjust the chain tension by lefty-loosey and righty-tighty. When you adjust your chain, you want to have it so that it can lift up a little bit, but you don't want it to pop out of the groove. This is really, really, really nice. Now, this here comes all the way off by just unwinding it, and that way you can take the blade off or clean this guy out, because right here is where all the shavings dump out. And if they get built up and they don't want to come out, well, you can undo this guy and clean all this out. Now, this has the post here and one guide bar. Larger bars will have another one of these back here so that the blade doesn't wobble at all. But this guy here, it just has one, which that's fine because it's a short saw. Right here is the little post that when you turn this, it moves this forward and backwards to get you where you need to be. This is really a nice saw. I am thrilled with it. Let's put this guy back on. And not having to use tools, that is going to be great when I'm out in the field trimming trees. I really like this saw. I can't say enough good about it. Once you get that tight, you want to make sure it's good and tight so that it won't slip, and then flip that down and you're good to go. Well, this is a beautiful saw. I really like it, and it should serve me well. I really appreciate y'all looking at my unboxing, and I can't thank you enough for taking the time out of your day to check this out. Well, good luck with everything, and I hope I don't cut my leg off. Bye, guys.